All right, we're live here. This live stream is about tiny houses versus real estate. The distinction. The distinction. Um, if I had to do a versus with this, which I guess I'll be doing that during this live stream, I'd pick tiny houses over real estate. Here's what I mean. And why am I showing you this bunch of pallets? Because we're going to take these pallets and convert it into, or upcycle them into a tiny house made out of pallets. Real estate. Well, let's start with the tiny houses. Most tiny houses, not all, but are considered personal property. Why are they considered personal property? Number one, most of them are mobile. You can move them. If they're mobile, that means that they're not permanent. They're not on a foundation. They're not immovable. Um, and why is that important? Because the moment you take any type of housing and permanently put it on a concrete slab where it's immovable, it's then classified as real estate, which means your local tax assessor has become your de facto senior partner, will assess your property based on that structure and tax you on it. And if you don't pay those taxes, they can auction that property off and you lose all your investment in it. That's the major distinction between tiny houses that are mobile versus real estate. Tiny houses, for the most part, not all, but most, particularly tiny houses on wheels, tiny houses on skids, you can move them. It's personal property. You own it outright. You're not going to get tax assessed and all this other stuff. So those are the main distinctions. And that's why I prefer tiny houses, which are personal property, over real estate. We'll go more into this because we'll probably do a little mini series on this. But I think there are a lot more pluses owning a tiny house versus owning real estate. They both have the element of housing. It's just one is private property housing versus housing that your de facto partner is the local taxing authority. All right. You guys have a good evening. If you're on the East Coast of the United States or if you're in the United States, if you're on the other side of the world, have a good morning. Talk to you guys tomorrow.